can't believe I got my own bunk.
Ok. Oh. Bon, attends, donne-moi tout ça là. Objectif. Ah non, non, non. Il faut que j'aille sur Stellar Bay. Ok. Ensuite, j'ai parlé à mes copains. Ok, donc en fait, j'obtiens des décos, c'est pour ici. Tiens, tiens, vicaire.
As always, I am at your... So.
Parle-moi de
Nothing
vous.
too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthused...
Un tempérament violent excessif.
That's what my parents... I grew up in a pit of a town, much like... I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with...
Pourquoi cet intérêt?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith. A faith that brought joy. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Ah oui, attends. Attends, faut que je fasse un truc. Voilà. On va laisser comme ça. Ouais, est-il pas fier d'avoir un fils vicaire?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it.
Oui, ça.
Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the line. It's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more
C'est
violent
très
the
subtil
eventual
et en même
correction.
temps ça ressemble un peu à ce que je crois par rapport au destin.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my life. What about you? And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the... That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk... Oh, I see. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempt.
Ah putain.
To decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of...
Ok, mais interdit, ça veut pas dire que c'est de la merde.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in but most of the philosophist perversion of... Yes, I've been meaning to discuss exactly that. Now that we know where... Yes, you caught me ruminating again. What's
Ça, je sais pas encore qui c'est qui est là. Mais ça va être un mec qui aime bien les animaux.
Something on your mind?
Docteur.
Not much else to know, Captain. I like... Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I just... Oh, come on. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters, I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it.
D'accord.
Nope.
Scanning for C.
Attends, Pavrati. J'ai besoin de te parler, Pavrati.
Hey, Captain.
Écoute.
I was thinking about what you said before. After we went... I think I'm ready to stop fretting, and I'm thinking of doing it. I was kind of hoping you... The thing is, I can't ask go over like this. I smell like sweat most days, and, well, don't look too close at my fingernails. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. Anyhow, next time we dock...
Ok, ok. Mon gars. Il a rien à me dire. On est où là? On est monarque. Eh ben écoute. J'ai pas d'armes sur moi, j'ai pas d'armure. J'ai tout ce qu'il faut. Ajouter un consommable. En fait... Ah oui, j'ai des modes. Ah oui, oui, j'ai des modes. J'ai tout réparé quand même. C'est quoi bricolage? Alors j'augmente les dégâts. Alors qui c'est que je vais prendre? Je vais prendre le vicaire. Et Ellie. Non, je vais prendre Félix, tiens. Pourquoi c'est Félix et Sam là? Voilà.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here. I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a lodge. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by... Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing. So, on behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so... We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories,
Exactement.
but that's all outside our wall.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't...
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him Oh, and if you're headed that way... I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could...
Boss, come on. Black Hole Birdie. The hole might...
That's Bertie Holcomb. Only one of the greatest tossball hackers. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. You still get some of the games. You've been living in a... Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so... I couldn't really say I'm... But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure... Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar.
Ok, ok.
Fresh blood at last. Stellar Bay could use some.
Je fasse quoi moi? Parler à...
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth
Du culot pour un homme qui ne fait absolument
What I
rien.
am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. It's this law's forgotten town. Cut off. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereal.
Sanjar ne s'empare des Messies, ils nous fassent tous virer.
Yes, free to wallow in squalor together. Free to squabble with the iconoclasts. Look, you're making me melancholy. In case I didn't...
What are the chances of all the times and places you could have been born?
Yeah.
And
Bonjour.
the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's like getting so I can't tell the... But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If some... Shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd... Right. What are you staring? Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks, nice change of pace. Outstanding. What are you doing? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to... Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. I'm cut off for the money.
Ah, faut que j'aille
On
voler là
account
des
of
trucs pour
needing
toi.
one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Maguire.
Well. Isn't often we see...
Merci.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's...
I could use a few intel...
Now what can I do?
Connaissez bien
Anyone who
Nyoka?
spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean... Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you... Something else I... Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Often...
C'est pas un
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to it. Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first...
C'est vrai.
Nope. But a man can...
T'as raison.
Caleb's doing the talking.
Talk to Caleb. New face, huh? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, why don't you grab a chair? Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. Well, as long as we don't. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on a... It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do... Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma, we won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for... I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands. You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be... Sure thing. Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the... If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me no... The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. So... I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, so far it's just gossip, you know? But if there was any proof to be had, it...
Ok. Ah bah c'est vivant ici, c'est ça.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here. Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or you look like a man who's... I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real... He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. Sure, they're real big. Who wouldn't? He kept talking about collecting a queen to take back to Terra 2. Didn't make no kind of sense to me. Manta queens won't let you... Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't... Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. All right then. Leave town through the southern gate. The one right... Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Yeah. I sent them past the ruins just south of town.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils sont cons, ouais. Ah ouais, faut que j'aille là. Attends, faut pas que je loupe si c'est des persos importants.
Velma seem out of sorts too?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Wesh. Aïe. Eh frérot. C'est où? Ah. Oh, attends, BG, parce que là, c'est là-bas, non? Ah oui, c'est là. Allez voir Catherine. Oula, mais c'est un peu loin là, frérot, t'abuses.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the other. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industry. What can I do for you?
Des problèmes d'argent?
Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or... So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't sort of a strong... Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on low...
Vraiment sortir avec quelqu'un qui ne parle pas, il y a d'autres poissons dans la mer.
You think that's what I'm looking for? Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells... Besides, a man with a good smile and a...
D'accord.
Sorry, Have you talked to Sebastian?
Putain. Je vais faire sa quête de merde. C'était où déjà?
You look like a man who's looking for... Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been... I hope it's working okay, because no one else... Nice of you to say. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this, so don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady, always talks. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit.
Non, non, mais il est con quoi, lui.
You sound pretty sure. And she is. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift...
Have you talked to Sebastian? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting. Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon... Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving... Anyhow. Thanks again for setting me up with Sebastian. Is there anything else I can help? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help... But I'll warn you. Grim wore her patience thin a long...
Oh putain.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes or... Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me... First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological... This again? I swear, this is the last... You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got... that about... She runs the betting parlor across the way. She asked me about the poster once. Damn right. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Sure can. Fine. Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also he's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals. But he has creative notions of working out. I can't keep working double since you don't seem to be constrained yourself. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start something.
Je fasse quoi? Dans son bureau, mais bien sûr que je vais le voler, frérot. Elle est folle ou quoi, elle?
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all... So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith thumb. Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the Marauders out, most of the time it's static on account of the frequency.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really...
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better. Say, I don't think I've seen...
I'll try not to be a stranger then.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple...
Look at me, getting... So... Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no... Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits. I don't know. This isn't just some poster. It's a genuine tossball artifact. Of course, the only reason I asked Velma about it in the first place was because those sublight I was gonna line the walls with them. They're the new... Of course not. No, authentic means... Anyway, I guess they tried to take a shortcut around Amber Heights and ran into some trouble.
Donc t'en as pas
Can't
vraiment
blame them for
besoin.
trying. Those iconoclasts. But they lost a bunch of cargo, including my jerseys. If you could get those for me... Thanks. Don't put yourself in danger on my... What can I do? Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments.
Aïe aïe aïe, c'est sûr, je vais devoir aller là.
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the substance.
Bon. Écoute. Vu que faut que je bouge. Vu qu'il faut que je bouge dans tous les cas. On va bouger.
Sir, please, I need your help.
Oh putain.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like no. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away. Don't you tell me to calm down. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons. Man, please. He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up. First chance it got. I just know what... He should have listened to his mama. He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. And now I just know my boys run off to Amber Heights. Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth.
Oh, oui. Attends, madame.
Any news, Captain? Amber Heights.
Ok. « 700 mètres.
Your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
We gotta go exploring. I want to see some savages.
Down! I'll take your confession now. That one's done for.
J'ai pas le niveau. J'ai pas le niveau. Et ben on va rester à l'intérieur. Hein. Ah mais c'est trop loin. Attends, faut que j'aille lui parler de Catherine là, l'autre.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rap musk.
I'd give you a friendlier sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar. Stealing such a nasty word. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna.
Allez. Là, je peux pas convaincre Velma de négocier.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his... Hard workers? They turn dials, and Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else. Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to... Fine by me.
Attends, parce que... Ok, je vais aller chercher l'autre gars là. Et attends, j'avais... Aïe.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail... I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but... Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles? I'm the one who keeps this place running. Fine. Tell Caleb he and some...
Hey, move along.
Click, 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 click.
Why don't you grab it? Gut. Well, I'll be a rap. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but now me and my friends here better get back to work.
Let's go. Hop. On va aller là-bas.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are... What can I get you?
Absolument rien.
Help! Someone's been killed!
I think I clean the apartments while everyone's... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the... Now, if you'll...
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Papa. If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
Bah.
You startled me. Braxton, I've never even heard of... Oh. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick. So maybe...
You wanna know what I think? This Braxton fella threw away the trappings of society and joined a pack of wild raptidons. Murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
What a gruesome way to die.
Ouais. Fouiller la maison. Mais non, je peux pas. Pas.
Hey there, what can I do? Poor Isaac. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a... I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the wall. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you... Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook book.
Tac tac, des petites quêtes à droite à gauche, mais je vais me faire exploser le cul quand je vais sortir par contre, hein. Je me suis fait exploser le cul tout à l'heure, là c'est...
How does it feel?
How does what feel?
Serving an instrument of corporate supremacy?
Let me hazard a guess. You're talking about the church.
Isn't it true the OSI is just a cog in the machine of oppression?
Who the
I'm
fuck are
glad
you?
you're asking.
Hey! What are you doing here? Berta already pissed by those crates to... Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. And not that it's any... Oh yeah? What are you saying exactly? Wow. Most of the pencil pushers around here cave as soon as you look at them, Fine.
Ah, cassez-vous là.
Carry on.
Ça ouais. Allez hop.
Well, Celia, didn't I tell you our new... How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not...
You've often posed...
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting. Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them... I only hope you don't judge me by my hand. Now. What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Alcyon. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the...
Because he's scared to go it alone. You need the board to hold your hand and tell you everything's gonna be okay.
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books...
You talk like Graham.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony.
I used to be young and idealistic too, but...
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future.
Sounds like something out of the chairman's own notes, Vic.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar... I have people to look after.
That's why Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever...
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, the plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach. And the first part... with a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most...
And you'll have a powerful ally.
Why, one of the strongest defense...
I was starting to get bored listening to you, until you said the phrase.
It is... in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before... saying... That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I've... Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it. What can I do for you? But that's terrible. I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. I've been consumed with other matters of late, but it really was on my to-do list. Still, your intervention in the matter is much
Merci, merci.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking...
If you can keep...
Then it's good that I keep such... I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the... Not intentionally. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as... Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them...
Here, though, the results...
And as the other corporations began to tally their luck... MSI's leadership at the time certainly... And how did... Most regard Monarch as a lost... But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve... It's humane. But it's also good business. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet, creating the perfect environment for us to enact the... That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our face. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an... I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board.
Your first mistake was expecting the...
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't... I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. something that keeps us from anarchy, but why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your...
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off... I'm not a man to put... If membership on the board can ease our hardships... Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part...
Ok.
Don't get ahead of your...
Yes, it'll be... My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? But it's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet...
Sounds like the board gave themselves the power.
They would say it's... Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board. He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them.
I will admit, I am...
Well, be careful what you wish for, Grant. A chance! They've been doing this for years. It isn't just that they drain our... Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels. Shall I begin with the supply short? He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for... I see. And was his Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback. What else can I do?
You know, Vic, you're starchier than a Spectrum potato, but you got a mean left hook, and I respect that. Thanks.
Je fasse quoi?
I think. Guess I could give you some pointers.
Yeah? All right, let's hear it.
Well, most significantly, aside from how you form...
Non, je peux pas.
is that you cannot just punch with your arm. You must turn your upper body into it to generate any real force.
That sounds real complicated. I think I'll stick with the Millstone Special, which is when I kick a jack.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't... What can Auntie... And what a helpful young man you are. Who's your lucky... Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie Abigail. Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the allotment. Well, I suppose I could use the money to supply... Very well. I'll make an exception for you.
Merci.
Want to share a secret with Auntie Abigail?
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky.
Ah, the charmer. Oh. More or less dangerous than a step. Great. Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll... If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain. That said, 3's already a crowd.
Qui c'est que j'emmène
A real big game hunter. You gotta give me some.
Let's go. Pas subir de dégâts. Ah ouais, faut que j'augmente ça à balle. Hein. Avantage. Ça c'est pas mal. Plus de santé, allez hop, ça part.
You look like a preacher. You a traveling vicar?
In a manner of speaking.
Stellar Bay had a vicar once. He took it upon himself to convince... Can we talk? Hey, figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow. Preferably before we get to... You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it every time I give someone the opportunity to But this... Really? I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporate... I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I saw it happen. His name was Hayes, and he's our first... I'll show you where he rests. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bit.
Ok. Ça a l'air facile.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. Right. Here's the road. Follow it. This'll be fun.
Allez, fume-les.
I am a storm. Sometimes violence is the only way.
Ah, mais il est déjà mort. Ok, je l'aime bien, elle. Ah frère, c'est archi loin son bordel là. Oh, elle est trop cheatée là.
Watch your feet. The sulfur pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off. South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us. Watch it. These pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
If I fall in,
Allez, faut mieux.
Covering you! I smite you in the name of the law! May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Ok. Jamais de la vie, frère. Ouh.
Here they come.
Never anger a man of the claw.
Else it'd have been a hell of a lot tougher.
agreed.
Attends.
A vicar, huh?
You look like a man who's...
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipil...
I must have hunted a dozen.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that's...
At least I'm getting a good haul of You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or mantic... He'll probably be wanting it back. You see any sign... Funny place to leave a journal. But what about Mr... Mysteries of the... So this journal is all he left behind? Seems like I ought to... I bet she'll like that. She's... In any case, I appreciate you tracking down Mr. Pickett for me.
Non, je repars à la chasse. 800 mètres, oh putain frère.
Hold on to your hats, children. This ride is about to get ugly.
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15 years.
Bon bah écoute, on suit la route. Je me suis fait péter le cul, yes. Yes.
Sometimes violence is the only way.
To shreds, you say? Confirmed!
Mais il me touche d'où là? Un fou toi. Un zinzin. Ah, faut vraiment que j'aille là, hein. Ça, 100 mètres. On arrive.
I've had quite enough of you.
Au moins je les ai eus. Bon, je crois que j'ai eu un truc de quête.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
Fume-le, fume-le. F5.
This is new. Way the edges are burnt. I guess people did this, not the wilds.
Non, arrête, putain. Elle casse les couilles.
Just wonderful. Someone's destroyed the damned bridge.
Ok, ben on va faire le tour. Là, des petits véhicules, ça ferait pas de mal en vrai. Right, ok. Parfait.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs... No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the fall, check in with Ms. Malin. I am here to Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch. Excepting the... We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventure... Swell. We like quick on the draw types like you. Saloon is straight back and to the right. Once you're feeling sated, you're welcome. Ms. Malin can let you one if you're interested. You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers.
Time for a round of whist. Or a round of whiskey. Or both.
C'est stylé.
Want to make a run with me to Stella?
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone. Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Oddest thing, they started ordering cans of Borstwurst, but only if they come from the C&P factory.
Makes you wonder what the secret ingredient is.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be...
Cleaner? If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
What do you... Oh, hey, Vicar Matt.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fuck. Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living... This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I couldn't risk you not...
It sounds like you have things to work out between you.
Now, where were we?
Oh, wait! I know who can translate the book.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Okay.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side, but the way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out.
Fine. We've got more.
Ok. Bah voilà. Nous retournons. Chez moi. Inventaire. Niyoka. Pas de hache pour toi, par contre. Oula, attendez. Bon, j'ai pas de casque. Go sur ci là.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Le vicaire.
Can we talk? I want to thank you for talking. It has been a long time since... You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, and even then, you saved me from myself. You owe me nothing, I know, but Thank you. I promise. Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed... The way I see it, the universe was
Je suis déjà allé là-bas, non? Bien sûr que je suis déjà allé.
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers.
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are...
I've spent my life in contemplation.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients. Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Mac.
I'm committed. No.
Well, shit. We've come this far. If we die, at least we'll die hearing colors and seeing sound.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake.
Waouh, une cinématique.
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you...
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. What's happening to my voice?
My face? What's wrong with your face? Where'd you get...
Don't tell me these drugs have warped your sense of truth, along with your face. Never mind. We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. When I get out of here...
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching.
What in the void do you expect him to find inside himself? It's just blood and squishy bits of...
And platitudes from a figment...
Who said I wasn't a figment of your mind? But you know the truth. You don't need someone else to tell you. We're overwhelmed with stories from our earliest days. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives. But they are not real, are they? They're just...
I could tell you all manner of...
You want me to give up my discipline?
You need to love the chaos, Maximilian. Let it envelop you.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you.
This whole thing it's... You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being... What are you talking about? I can do that.
Return to fire!
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. I woke up. The illusions I... In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong question. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality.
Il est intéressant ce passage-là quand même. J'aime beaucoup.
I am content.
So,
Not so much
yes. It looks like you learned.
hearing that bring...
I hope your answers you have found are satisfactory.
Allez, on se casse d'ici.
Never anger a man of the claw.
Défense. Les dialogues, ça me paraît ok. Furtivité, en vrai, c'est ok. Je vais peut-être, je vais me mettre un peu en technologie. Technologie, c'est important.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Windows Purple Berry Crunch, Triple Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored power nuggies.
Gracious. I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's... High-grade shampoo.
What's
cleaning around your nails, sweetheart? Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You...
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do it... Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was...
I guess you could
Take your time, dear.
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? Well, that's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up.
I'll pay for that, ma'am.
You're welcome, dear. Anytime, sweet.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots. Oh, thanks, Captain. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweet... There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town... Thanks, Captain. I know I'm fast.
Qu'est-ce qu'il faut qu'on fasse encore? Cascadia. Monarch. Stellar Bay.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. Do return in one piece.
You ever been off Monarch, Mioka? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted. As soon as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something sneaks up and eats you.
Don't fret. I'm watching you back now. Anything tries to eat us, I'll give it a
Good day to you.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. Most people don't. Besides, only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, and even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage on the subliner, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting... Well, thank you for reminding me. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. I can whip one up for you.
Oh, yikes.
Ah putain! Je suis pas assis.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven.
C'est bon, je suis riche.
There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Miss...
A pleasure. I see you stuck around. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the board was right. This Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious...
You company folk are all the same. Choose to stay?
How was I supposed to? It all sounds wonderful.
Until you realize it's only a few... I'm not even... Add that to the supply shortages. Thanks to being cut off...
Carte. Région.
Did you have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
I had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what? Oh, here we go! Here we go!
Covering you!
Bam.
Where were we? Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment. Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending. I call this Rotting River, on account of all the dead things I've thrown in it over the years. It'll take you into the Devil's Peak Caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Other some fun, and death.
Nice work! I'll fix you right up! Wow! Great work!
The caves back east are safest. You can head up this path if you want to shoot your way through a few nightmares on your way up.
Merde.
I am a storm! Ow! Here I go!
C'est vrai qu'il y a beaucoup de monstres.
Wraps. Let's clear this sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes...
To shreds, you say? I see it there! There they go! Everyone all right?
Facile.
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I... Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. The Queen ain't just gonna come out on her own. She'll have dug tunnels into the mountain. I've got theories of... I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks. I should have, but soon after they left, and to be honest, after him, Well, shit, I'm working on it, all right? You think I like lying awake at night? You think I like stewing on the... I'll get there. Now, come on. Let's make try...
Non mais où? Pour à peine tu vas attendre, frère. Craquez-toi. Bam! Tiens, toi t'es immobilisé pendant un petit instant. Ça nous permet de nous focus sur les petits noublards. Oh putain. Attends, je... Ah frérot. Ils m'ont pas mis bien. Salaud.
Damn it!
Ah, j'ai le démon.
I'll fix you right up! Nothing like a good tussle.
Ah, mais c'est un Sprat qui se fait bouffer par un canidé, qui se fait bouffer par ça et qui se fait bouffer par ça. Incroyable.
Never know when you might need a backup regulator.
Mais frérot, c'est trop... C'est dur.
Ooh, a wreck. Can we check it for parts? Never know when you might need a backup regulator.
Toi, tu sors d'où, toi, enfoiré, là?
crashed a long time ago. It ain't gonna fly again, so don't go getting funny ideas.
There we go! Nice one!
I am a storm!
Here I go!
Non, c'est trop. On se fait trop niquer. Inventaire. Je peux rien faire en plus. Est-ce que... Ah ouais.
That thing crashed a long time ago. It ain't gonna fly again, so don't go getting funny ideas.
There we go! Nice one!
Covering you!
Here I go!
Boom. C'est trop dur.
That thing crashed a long time ago. It ain't gonna fly again, so don't go getting funny ideas.
Here we go! Nice one! Gotta find a hole in the armor!
Here goes nothing!
Hop. Ça dégage.
I am a storm!
You're hurt!
He's gone down!
Oui, déjà, mets ça, s'il te plaît.
Come out and play.
Here I go! Wow, great work!
Ça y est.
I guess this is what Edgewater is gonna look like in a couple of years. This is what you get when a corporation takes a dump and walks off without cleaning it up. Easy.
J'en ai chié ma gueule, hein. Casque de soldat standard. Or. Armure de déminage or. 46.
Aren't those cakes just about the cutest little things you ever seen? The dust bat casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. I guess that settles. If there's leftovers, they're all. I got this nice meal all planned out with music and a. Maybe you're right, and I'm stalling a bit. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur. Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot.
Eh, pas de soucis, ma gueule. Petit F5. Moi, je veux juste un déplacement rapide. C'est tout ce que je veux ici, là. Ok, je l'ai. Le problème, c'est que je peux pas aller sur Byzance, je crois. Ouais. Je peux pas. « 352, 200. » Toi, ça part. « 29, 29. » suis swaggy swag. « 27, 26... » Il est magnifique, lui. Hein. Félix. « 26, 26... »
Please avoid damaging.
Nyoka et... Non, je prends Nelly, tiens. Hein? Ah non, faut que je fasse le tour. Ah, j'ai fait tout ça pour rien. What? Mais c'était un... Ils sont tous morts.
I love this mountain. You can see so much from here. So many beasts would need killing. So many drinks would need drinking.
I've got to do more cardio.
Fume. Oh putain. Et voilà le travail.
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
Why do people make such a big thing of...
This station's under the protection of the... You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine? That's my gun if you... A coherent enough response, I reckon. You're clear. But I would caution you against pressing on ahead. I take it you ain't met the other C3. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked with. You want more details? You ought to talk to my crew. They're guarding a small barracks to the southeast. See that path that runs underneath that giant archway?
Okay.
There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3...
Je file. J'ai quelque chose à faire un peu plus important que ça. Oh bordel. Je vais crever. Tu fais chier, putain.
Quick, I gotta keep an eye on. Just kidding. Guy never sets foot outside.
This place is supposed to look like Horn? I don't see it.
On the alert, ladies and...
How'd you get up here? Through... Good answer. I wasn't looking forward to gut-shotting you. We're mercs. And our...
Allow me to intervene. It's... All right. First things first. To make a decision... A lean but efficient corporate structure. I'm impressed. What are your intentions regarding depth? Well, that's all well and good, but the reason you've... Our guidelines allow us some leeway in identifying threats to our clients. Your unorthodox profession. However, as you don't appear to fit any of those...
Don't we, as a standing policy, provide an alternative to... Addy, our chief financial officer...
Ah putain, vous pourriez pas c'est pas grave, simplement tous de mon côté.
I guess we might could. There's something I like about you. Can't put my... Alright. Lance, unless you have...
Nah, I'll sign the clearance form.
Anything else you... Trying to say we didn't do our job? I'll have you know, our we'll simply clear them out later. That's right. Berthold Fox is our boss man. Founder, president, and CEO. He's a hands-on type. Likes to handle the tougher tasks himself. Although, he should have been back. Going on 6 hours now.
Look, much as we'd like to slaughter some marauders... No, sir. We do not know that. I ain't about to... You? You're his protege? I mean, no offense, but if you're wanting to clear the state...
The broker's a real paranoid type. So it ought to be fun.
I'll wire ahead to Joy and Hudson.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils sont cons, putain.
Watch where you're stepping, stranger.
We're locked and loaded.
You lose
Joy
the
and
leg.
Hudson know you're
I gotta file the incident report.
Eh vas-y, j'en ai plus rien à foutre, je vole tout là. Allez, go là. J'ai autre chose à foutre.
There you are. Boss man said you'd be up this way. Fox radioed ahead. Said I'm to follow you. I gotta warn you, my girl Sunshine here is a tad trigger happy. Ain't it the same, really? I'd say me and my piece mean each other. We can tell friend from foe, mind you. But it's probably... You're A-okay, stranger. Hear that, Hud?
Sklag. Pam. Tra. Boom.
Waste of company ammo.
Here we go! How about that?
Bon bah voilà. Faut absolument que j'améliore ma défense. Et ma technologie. Taille du chargeur, ça c'est bien. Hein. Je vais prendre le truc discussion. Parce que là t'as vu, ça m'a joué des tours.
Hiram must have sealed the door. He spooks easy.
Oui, j'entends, c'est du monstre. Oh là là, on est trop fort.
Here's the elevator, but it ain't gonna budge while this... This is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
Out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me, face to intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing And you, need...
You could use the socialization.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. No. We'll deal with information-related business later, as the Marauders want me dead. And since...
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn...
What? Oh, now they'll take action. It's about time. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for... They destroy the transmission equipment. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of... Already they've caused... Aside from the... You said you wanted something from me. Something information.
Bah. Oh.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
C'est parti, soldat. Attends. On va faire un petit coup d'inventaire là. 462. Lourd. Énergie. « 402. Non, j'aime pas. Lourd, 629. Ah bah mon frérot. 35, 53. 53. Ah ouais. Bah oui. T'es fou toi quoi. Bon, ils font tout le travail à ma place. Je vais pas me plaindre.
That's the least of them, I think.
Ah non, elle est morte. Oh.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. Do hurry on in.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing it, my compliments on your improvised utilization of the fire suppressant system.
As usual, I'll take...
Of course. And you got me my money's worth out of the C3s. I ought to have simply dealt with you in the first place. Oh no, my business... This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. Allow me to pose my... Oh, great.
Aw, you call... I'd normally entertain yourself a grand...
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do... Tug on my heartstrings. Look.
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to...
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came on.
Oh, you do you?
Careful, I know that line.
I take effect. Just, I am awaiting but a single income. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights in their war against each other. The bandwidth. There's too much blasted background, which of course has inadvertently affected the... No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. The safest bet is to convince... You do that, luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be... Is that a trick question? Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data. We'll call it an exchange for... Ask... There are so many. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal. Exactly. They are a curious lot. Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep... Not in his life. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge. I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1. Once the other corporation... The execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved... Some say Graham... I would assume it... You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told... Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us, I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation... Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other... Even then I plied my trade as an information broker, albeit in a... Thus the bargain was struck. They could run it. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate life. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham... Not... Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I... As far as what's between us, I mean. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If I am not convinced as to the validity of these What? No. Why would I go out of my way to... Now, if you wanted me to How low? Be a doll and shoot at...
En tout, tu m'excuseras. Il fait chaud, oh, oh. oh, caca, oh, oh, oh. Putain. Alors, Ah, tu la montes juste de level. Et tu la montes level max. Ah oui. Écoute, on va partir comme ça et pour après on verra. On verra ce qu'on fait. Ah mais putain, je suis con. Bon. Non, faut que je vende.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
J'ai fait de la merde. J'ai fait de la merde de fou, frère. Ellie, Nyoka. Parfait. J'ai plus de thunes.
I'd wager this is the out. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out! Didn't even get up.
Who's ready for more?
Hey, take a gander. Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. But we've only ever done that if... Oh no. What did you do?
Uh-oh. This looks bad.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like rose. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so not. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might. That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few.
Ah putain. Encore du voyage.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Hey, you got a minute? Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't a guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. I just heard from him. Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your...
Good luck, Captain.
Pra, 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 pra. Tiou-bidou bichoup. Bram. Oh bah c'est un boss.
That queen ain't gonna go. What's outstanding? There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the queen's brood to get password to the door. Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal. Rest of us just thought it sounded. It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. Fuck.
Allez, on va tuer les monstres.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Cascadia. Ouais, c'est alright. éclater cette arme.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here, but... Monarch folks often joke about it. It's because there's no escape. But here... We hauled in steel. Hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after 4 of us for a while. And...
Oh, je m'en fous, frérot.
You are in for it now.
Jackass is incoming! Heads up, jackass!
Non. C'est dur, sa mère. Pas les raises. train de fumer là. T'es morte.
I wish these were more auspicious, but at least we're all. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left. Cap. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd. What? Why? Huh. That's.
Hop. Bon. Ben ouais.